Okay, so I don't I don't make videos like this very often, and when I do, I don't put them on my main channel. Mostly because this is more of like, I guess, a serious topic, and I'd rather keep topics like this more so for like my second channel. But I just kind of wanted to talk about it just because, like, I don't know. I made somewhat of a video similar to it on my second channel already, and, you know, I don't have as much of like an audience there as I do here. So let's just kind of chat and let me kind of explain my thoughts over like what's kind of happened over the last like I guess really however long it's been since I've uploaded my like cheating videos. And let me explain a little bit of like what happened with them. So, yeah, let's get into that. So, if you haven't seen my videos before at all, hi, I'm Roscoe, and I made two videos about, cheaters on the Hive. Silly little block game, and my first video I made, I was quite ticked off. I'll admit, like, you know, when I made that video, I had a video I was working on, which, um, I made a video like forever ago called, I don't remember exactly what it's called. I think it was like The Spin Wheel Decides My Skywars Game or something like that. But that video, what happened with it was I would spin a wheel and whatever happened on that wheel was the limitations that I would have for a Skywars game. Fun little concept. I didn't create it, but fun little concept that I was like, huh, maybe I could just do that. And I was quite proud of that one. So I was like, all right, if this video gets like, I think it was like 4 likes, I'll make another one. Video gets that many likes, and I'm like, okay, cool, I'll make a part 2. So I make a part 2, or well, I try to make a part 2, and that doesn't go very well. I get hackers every other game, and I was quite upset about it because my video that I was working very hard on it, and it takes forever to set those kind of videos up. I don't expect many people to know that if you don't like record videos like that very often. But it took like forever to set something like that up. So I was quite, pissed because I set it all up. I tried to record it. I tried recording for over like an hour, and every other game there was a cheater. So it made the challenge pretty much impossible to do because there was no chance I was going to win. Now at the end, I immediately turned off the recording and I hopped right into another one. And that's where our story kind of begins. So with this first cheating video, I uploaded it, like I said, out of a fit of rage, really. As I said, my video got ruined, so I was like, okay, I'll upload this one and let me just get my point across. And at the time, my stance was cheating is fucking stupid. No one should ever do it, and I hate all of you. That was pretty much the gist of the video if you didn't go watch it. Some noteworthy stuff I was saying was like, if you cheat, I just found like anyone who cheated like stupid. I was like, clearly you guys have nothing better to do with your time, whatever, stuff like that. And at the time, I believed those were the correct things to say. Again, fit of the moment, or heat of the moment, fit of rage type of thing. I was pissed. And I feel like if you do cheat, I guess you can kind of see where I was coming from. I was working very hard, and then I kind of get everything there kind of taken away. And of course, if I wasn't more of like a challenge type of person, I would have went and recorded it in duos, squads, trios, maybe even kits, but those game modes don't present as much of a challenge to me as, let's say, solos does. Because solos, you have like everyone who's higher level, they play all the time, all that sort of stuff. So I was like, okay, let me just play some solos and try and record the video. So I guess you can kind of see where I'm coming from with this. If you don't, that's fine too. I don't really care. So after I put that video out, I was like, yeah, people will agree with my stance. And wouldn't you know it, like the video like itself, the like versus dislikes agreed with me, but the comments didn't. Which, I mean, fair enough. Like, if you cheat, then, I mean, that's your way of playing. I can't, like, fight you against that, because that's your choice. And that's what I came to realize, like, probably a few hours after I posted the video. It didn't even take comments, like, people commenting, for me to, like, realize that. Because I was, at the end of like, posting that, I was like, is this really something I should, put out? Because usually I, like, watch through the raw footage before I edit something. And I didn't really do that. I just kind of edited as I went. And, it kind of made everything, I guess, like, it made everything fast-paced, and it made everything to where I couldn't think about, is this really what I want to put out? Because I've made it very clear on my channel that anytime I put something out, I want it to be better than my last video. And, of course, you can only go so high with that. And eventually, I'll be at the peak of my editing, I'll be at the peak of, like, how creative I can get. But at the time, or, well, really right now, that hasn't happened yet. So, I'm trying to make everything better. Like Papa John's. We do it better. I hope people get that reference. If not, I look like a complete idiot. But I look like one anyway, so it's fine. So, anyway, after I put out that video, you know, I realized pretty soon after, I can't really, one video isn't going to, like, change the way people see everything, like, at all. I can't do that. I can't make people change their opinions on something just because of a video, especially with how rushed and how angry I was. The goal of the video originally was to be more of a argumentative essay or a persuasive type of video, and I missed the mark completely on that. I will admit that. Forgot to mention as well, which you probably noticed by now, there's timestamps. So if you don't care about, like, much of this, then you kind of can, like, skip through. But for those who, like, actually care and want to watch the whole thing, you know, it's there. But yeah, I missed the mark completely with that video, and I apologize for that. To anyone I offended in the cheating community, I apologize. Well, that is your way to play the game, and I should not have, like, rushed that video out. It was totally, like, unprofessional of me, like, as a, I guess, small content creator. That's not how I should have made that video at all. And again, I apologize. I should not have done that, and hopefully you guys don't want to, you know, leak my IP address to everyone online still. So, yeah, you know, regarding that first video, it was shit. I admit it was shit. I'm keeping it up anyway, though. Well, that's what I was going to do. The first video has, I've made, like, comments on the video myself. Like, I've posted little comments saying, and I even have one pinned right now, you can go check, saying stuff like, hey, this video was awful. Go watch the other one, because the other one's 18 minutes long, and it has, I think, a 100% like ratio, which means I clearly did something right with that one. I talked to a cheat developer, Daze, and I talked to, let me go get his username real quick so I don't look like a complete idiot. Okay, so the name of the other person I talked to is iXiDevs. So, you know, shout out to them, because without them, I wouldn't have gotten as much information as I really needed for, like, the video that I made. I mean, if you guys actually watch this, I mean, you don't have to, and I don't expect them to at all, really. So, just kind of wanted to say that, because, you know, I didn't, like, say their names last time. So, you know, just wanted to put that out there. Thank you guys for, like, any, like, help and respectfulness you guys did put out, because it really does mean a lot that people were willing to still be respectful to me even after that first video. I did not deserve it at all, and, you know, the hate on that video justified. I mean, some of the comments are not, but, like, again, if you're, like I said in my last cheating video, if you're gonna, like, just say mad or cope and not provide anything useful to the conversation, then, I mean, like, I didn't really see a point in commenting, but I mean, hey, if you want to say that, you can, I guess. But, you know, let's talk about the second video now. So, the second video, you know, as I said, I talked to iXiDevs and Daze, and, you know, I got some information on, like, why people cheat. I got, you know, some counterclaims, and I pretty much got some info about, like, Hive's anti-cheat. Some stuff I didn't know. Actually, a lot of it I didn't know. I think of this kind of like an apology video, I guess, in a way, because that's kind of what it is. And it's also, like, not what it is at all. But yeah, that's kind of what this video and the last video were about anyway. So the last video that I made regarding the same topic, I just kind of, you know, I did my research that time. That's usually how I go about things. I do my research and I provide stuff to the conversation. If you don't believe me, I made a YouTube short like forever ago talking about how Mineplex was coming back, and then I've made a video as well talking about Pixel Paradise shutting down. I did my research before I, you know, made those videos, and I wasn't just gonna clickbait someone. I think I showed screenshots in the Mineplex short, but I don't think I showed anything in Pixel Paradise. But, you know, if you play Minecraft Bedrock, you know Pixel Paradise shut down anyway, so I don't really need to provide anything there. But second video, after I did my research, I compiled it all onto a script, and most of my videos, including this one, I don't do scripts. I hate doing scripts because it doesn't feel real, and just kind of reading everything in a robotic tone just doesn't really feel right to me. So I prefer to do things unscripted, just because I just think it's better that way. You know, and I feel like a lot of people can agree with that. Just not doing scripts, just it feels a lot more human. And I feel like I can talk about stuff that I wouldn't think of when I wrote the script. As you could probably tell in the last video I did too. Both videos will be linked, by the way. One of them will be unlisted, which I'll talk about in a bit. But, you know, when I made the second video, I also added a segment where I talked about some certain comments. That part was unscripted. If you've seen the video, then you probably know about it. You probably know which part I'm talking about. It really was just kind of a portion of the video I thought about while I was editing, just because I saw some comments and I saw some people being respectful, and I was like, you know, they've been respectful to me. Let me be respectful back and include some of these comments in a video. That way I can kind of just talk about them more clearly. Again, the video did well. We will just kind of, we'll base everything off of, like, that last video. So, you know, I posted that video and I was like, okay, hopefully this one is more well received. Hopefully this one does better. And as I stated, it did. Here's a little screenshot of, like, the dislike and like ratio right now. If it's not 100%, it's pretty damn close. First video, it's like 80 something percent, I think. 80, 70. Which isn't bad, you know. But you want it to be like a solid, like, good margin. And as I stated, I made that video so poorly. That first video, it was made so poorly. And again, I hope anyone I offended with that, I'm sorry. That's all I can really say. I'm sorry. Hope you can really forgive me, and I hope we can kind of move past that video. But yeah, that last one did well. It was received well, and I had some people join my Discord and be like, "Hey, you did well. I think you provided information for it pretty okay," and stuff like that. So, anyone I talk to, thank you for providing me information. And if you want to talk to me, just leave a comment. We'll get more into that later as well. Which, honestly, I'm pretty much done talking about the second video, so let's talk about it now anyway. So, in my first video, I said if you wanted to talk about the anti-cheat to join my Discord server. I didn't think at the time people, like, were actually going to join, so I just kind of left it the video. But now, after, you know, many people have joined, I've gotten the information I need, so I don't need more people to join and talk about the anti-cheat. or like cheating and why people do it. I don't need that. I mean, if you want to join and join my community, you are more than welcome, but I've learned what I needed to about the anti-cheat. I've learned what I needed to about cheaters, and really that's about it. I don't need more people joining, so if you see the first video and you come to this one after, um, and you want to talk about cheating, just leave a comment on this one. We'll talk about it in the comments. It's the same thing for my last video. My last video, I said something like, we can all debate in the comments, and I wanted people to be respectful and civilized, just like how I was trying to be in that video. And, you know, most people were. I'll give, like, a lot of people respect for that, but some people just don't know how to act on the internet, and, I mean, what can you do? If you're not going to be respectful to people, don't expect them to be respectful to you back. Everyone has their own opinion about the topic, and mine has kind of shifted from, hey, cheaters are fucking stupid, to, hey, if you cheat, I can't do anything about it, it's not my problem, it's really the Hive's. If the Hive decides one day they want to fix their anti-cheat and actually make it, you know, to where it doesn't ban legit players and actually, you know, banish, you know, the cheaters, then that's totally up to them. But until then, I really could not give less of a shit. I've migrated to Hypixel anyway, for the most part, so I really do not care. So, the ball is in the Hive's court. It's not mine. It's not my battle. I'm just kind of the messenger here, and most of you were attacking the messenger. So, again, you don't need to join my Discord to talk about cheaters again. If you have, I mean, hey, welcome, but you don't need to do it now. I've learned what I needed to, and anything else I learn, I'll probably just add to my second channel, because this is the last video I will make about the topic. Unless, you know, something actually, you know, is fixed with the anti-cheat and whatever. Then I might cover it, but for now, this will be the last video, and hopefully for the future as well, this will be the last video I ever really talk about. So let's get into, I guess, the reason I'm making this video, I guess, which is, the first video. The first video itself. First video part 2. So I've gone over the history of the first video, and you guys know, like, how it went and all that sort of stuff. And I've come to the conclusion that after, like, all of the negative comments, and after, like, just kind of rewatching the video in the first place, I've come to the, like, decision to unlist it. The reason I'm going to unlist it is really, I'm not proud of that video at all. And the hate on the video just constantly, like, after people, like, commenting on that one and then not going to watch the second one, just kind of, it doesn't make sense to keep the one up, but not keep the other one up. I'll leave a link to the unlisted video in my description if you would like to go watch it again. I might make a playlist with all of the videos again if you want to watch them, but the first video will be unlisted, that way people just don't find it randomly. It'll just kind of be there. So yeah, just kind of wanted to say that, because as, like, honestly, let me be 100% real with you guys for, like, a solid second here. I come from a history of having very depressive thoughts, and with those thoughts, you know, hate easily can get to me. If someone says something a little too, like, mean, then, you know, you can call me soft too if you want. I don't care. But if someone says something a little too, I guess, mean, it can really affect me for days on end. So all of the, I guess, hate, and I can't say it's unjustified, because in a way it really was. So, but all of the hate on that video did get to me, and that's why I wanted to make this video, because all that stuff really did get to me, and it's hard to keep wanting to make videos when all you really get is hate. I had a old channel where I made gacha videos, and most of the, like, stuff on there got hate because they weren't good. They were just little stupid little skits I would just recreate in the fucking gacha games, but they weren't good. They weren't like really well animated to where it looked like it was just a whole nother animation where people used a base game to like have the models, because you know some people can't draw and you need models to do the animation stuff. So, you know, my stuff wasn't that good at all, and I was constantly getting hate, and it really was like, I guess it got to me. So I scrapped that channel, and soon after, well, actually, a lot before I scrapped that channel, I quit the gacha games, and I moved on to just back to what I was used to: Minecraft, gaming, all that sort of stuff. Back to what I loved. And when I'm doing something I love, it's hard to want to keep making videos on it when, you know, I clearly I'm just gonna get hate for one specific video. But like I said, come from depressive thoughts, and I've also been like fairly sensitive my whole life. Like I remember there was this one time I was playing Uno, I wasn't winning, so I started bawling my eyes out at the kitchen table. I was a sore loser, I was a little bitch. So it really was just like, I don't know. This the first video, because I didn't think about it, really like the consequences of my actions really did come bite me in the ass there. So it was kind of an eye opener, I guess. I thought I could just get away with like saying everything I wanted, without thinking about how other people, because there is a pretty big cheating community, and the Hive is the biggest Bedrock server. So, I mean, I kind of should have expected that. And if I was gonna make that video, I should have waited until I was calmed down before I made that video, for sure. But I've come to the decision to unlist it just because it really was like, it was poorly made. It was poorly made, and people see that one and then they don't go to the second one. They just go down to the comments and type something. Which, if you're gonna do that, then really, why bother? I put a link in the I put a link in the description. I put a link in the comments, and you're not going to watch the other one. So really, my question is why? If I'm gonna cover the topic twice, wouldn't you want to hear about it twice? Wouldn't you want to watch the more updated one? Wouldn't you want to watch the more calm one? Um, if I was in a room with an angry person and a calm person, clearly I'd want to talk to the calm person, even if it's about the same subject. If someone's passionate, they can still be calm. They don't have to be angry. But yeah, I've decided to unlist the video, and by the time this video goes out, the video will be unlisted. As I said, I'll leave a link to it in the description if you want to watch it. But yeah, it was awful. That video sucked, and from, I guess, here on out, I'm not gonna make videos really talking about that topic again. This is the last one, and you know, really, hate is unjustified. Hate is justified, but constant hate is unjustified. And it all goes back to what I was, I guess, taught in really kindergarten about the golden rule. If you don't like the way, if you don't want to be treated some way, then don't treat other people that way. Treat people the way you want to be treated. And I guess, like, I really made that video in a fit of rage, but still being civilized was probably the correct answer from everyone. And that's why I made the second video. The second video, I'm still proud of that one. I'm not going to take that one down. That one will stay up, and yeah, I guess that's really all I wanted to talk about. Anything else relating to cheaters will be on my second channel, as I mentioned before, just because there's no place for it on this channel anymore. There's no place for, really, I guess, me on the Hive playing Skywars and getting my ass beat by cheaters, so I guess from here on out, I'll probably mostly be a Hypixel channel. I'm not too sure about any content that I was going to plan. It might just get scrapped. So, I'll probably post a Hive video here and there, but maybe once Bed Wars comes out, I might make a comparison, but I think for now, I'll probably just stay a Hypixel channel. So, yeah, I guess end of an era, and yeah, one last time, I'm sorry to anyone I I guess affected with that first video, and my final stance really is just, hey, if you cheat, you cheat. It's your way of having fun, and my way and your way conflict, but, that's not really anything I could do anything about. So, for the final time, thank you for watching this Hive video. Well, I say final time, but it'll be final for now, until I really feel, I guess, fine enough to come back to this. I think I'm gonna take a little break from posting videos as well, because as I said, the hate really just kind of gets to you. So, sorry for yapping for nearly half an hour, but just had a bunch of thoughts I really wanted to get off my mind and off my chest, and hope you guys actually watched till the end. I'm sure a lot of you didn't. I'm sure there's probably only like 2 people watching by now. And to those 2 people, thank you. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm sure you probably have because you actually care enough to watch to the end, but yeah. I'll catch you guys probably in a few weeks when I feel well enough to make videos. I might stream, but I can't guarantee that. If you want to watch, it'll be twitch.tv/HoloRoscoe. I'll leave a link to it in the description if you want to check it out, follow. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace.